Can I just say, if you are booking a cruise, just get the drinks package.
Get a drinks package.
And then what you do is, to make yourself feel better, this is what I do when I go on the cruise. I tally up my drinks for the first few days until I've reached what I would have spent.
Yeah.
And
by day 4, your quid's in.
Husband. Why are you lying?
I didn't want to say.
Day 2, we're
quid's
done.
In. Yeah.
You have €600 worth of alcohol done.
And the other thing I would say is, if you are picking a cruise, don't go near MSC.
Which one was MSC?
The one, the Italian one. Not great.
Did we go on one?
No. It's the one that crashed. Remember an MSC crashed?
Okay, well, yeah, don't get on that one.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're getting into it. So I think it's time for us to get started.
Our hot take.
It's time for a hot take, people. Welcome back to the Glow Home. We are back for our hot take. Yes, we are on, I don't know where we are.
What do you mean?
Like, what episode are we on?
This is hot take
6.
Episode bonus
5.
It's real episode 5. Yeah.
Hot take 5.
Yeah, I don't know.
Listen, look, who cares?
Mark was like, we're going to do bonus episodes. And I was like, okay, grand. So
I think it's nice.
Look, you just get a bonus episode.
We're here. We're queer.
We're buying you a beer. No, we don't do beer.
We don't do beer. Ooh, 40. Okay, so what is today's hot topic, Paul?
Today's hot topic is because we are at the eve of our family holiday.
By the time this comes out,
we'll be back. And we'll probably give you a real update when we're back. Yeah. But it's about family holidays. And I think, I really glow up a family holiday because...
So we're talking about we have no kids. And in case you didn't know, we have no kids. We have Penny, but we are going on a holiday with my sisters, their partners, their kids, and my parents. So we're talking full family situation.
Full family dynamic, everything. Mm-hmm. And actually, we're probably not really just talking about our holiday, but kind of like what makes up a family holiday. That makes sense.
So even if it's just us two, like our family holiday.
I know, I think of your mum and dad family holiday type of thing.
We also, we go on holidays with my mum and dad all the time. We'd go on holidays with Paul's mum.
Yeah.
No issue.
I love a little
company.
Parental company.
Yeah, I do too.
There's also a point, if you're listening to this and your kids are in that stage of hating you, there's a point where the kids will come back and absolutely
really want to go on holidays with
your time and want to go on your
probably pay for a meal one night, and that would be great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Aunt and Fred treat us to an L meal every once in a while.
They do. They mind us very good. And so does my mum. My mum always, because we don't always go, I think it's because your mum and dad are so close to us.
Yeah.
Whenever I go away, my mum will just randomly revolute a little bit of money and say, have a lunch or have a dinner on me.
Used to be like, get your breakfast on me. I'm like, who's buying breakfast? I'm buying drinks, babe.
Get your breakfast and €100 will land. On a breakfast.
I tell you, we'll be having
champagne.
Having champagne for breakfast. So where are we starting?
So I thought the most key part to start was an Irish mammy on a family holiday.
Nothing like it.
They are like Mary fucking Poppins. They have a suitcase that brings everything. At one stage, remember 10, 15 years ago, people used to bring coddle and sausages. My mum used to
bring a cooler box
because it wouldn't be the same.
When we were going on holidays, my mum used to they used to make sure there was a fridge in where we were staying, and you used to be able to rent a fridge if it wasn't in the room.
Bad times if you had to rent a fridge.
They were one stage we went to Bulgaria. Don't even ask. We went to Bulgaria on holiday
with the weird interaction of food.
The food was terrible.
Was this when you had to go into somewhere like a post office and you couldn't touch the food?
Yeah. When you go to the grocery shops in Bulgaria, all the food is behind the counter. It's really weird. You have to ask for everything. So bizarre. But basically,
they were ahead of COVID times.
They were. But basically, Mom would literally bring the rashers, the sausages. She'd bring all of the food in a cooler box, and they also used to check on black bin liners of nappies and stuff.
No, I don't think Susan ever did that.
Mom used to bring a black bin liner and check it on with all the nappies in it. Is that wild? Like wild.
I've never heard of that.
Like
now.
I have never seen more stuff. They brought more stuff with them than I think
you
ever.
had not twins, like Jenny and Julie were a year apart
between each other, yeah.
So they were
And
in
then,
the same.
you see, we always went on holidays with
Yeah.
my auntie Colette. So there was Rachel, Kira, Vicky.
And they were younger as well, so they would have been the same, around the same age.
I was the eldest.
Yeah. So you would have had, bin liners of nappies. That is insane.
And they would
How
always
they know?
bring the Irish butter.
Oh,
Irish butter
no
must
other
come with
butter
us
is
on a
like it.
holiday.
How would they know what bin liner when they were checking was theirs?
Angela knew her bin liner.
Of course she did. But I bet they didn't.
How many bin liners were on the travel thing?
Yeah.
Not many.
So an Irish mammy is iconic.
I remember there used to be about 14 different prams and strollers as well.
I know, 15 billion.
There was Jenny and Julie both needed the double pram. Then there'd be the day pram. I was like, oh my God, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
How we got anywhere, I don't know.
I don't know what they bring now.
Now you can just rent everything over there. So
well, you can
so
do that.
A lot more better
some people
setup
don't.
now.
Some people don't. No shade.
Some people don't.
My next thing on it was the sunbed hoggers.
Yeah, the sunbed thing, I don't get that.
Neither do I.
Because I'm not a lay in the sun person, so I'm not prioritizing where I am at the pool.
But who gets up at 5 a.m. to put their, who does that?
Because wasn't there the whole thing? It used to be
towel?
like the Germans. They used to always be like the Germans would always be down first to put their towels down. But there'd just be war
The
over
English
that whole
do
thing.
as well, though.
I think everyone does it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I just couldn't be arsed.
Yeah, couldn't be bothered.
And as long as I'm near the bar.
As long as we're near the bar, but we're not really sun worshippers. But there's never really, in those types of family resorts, there's never really a bad area.
No. I think
somewhere that you can pull a lounger onto.
Like last year, we didn't have an issue getting beds at all last year, did we?
No, remember that there's a corner area near the kids' pool that had so much sun.
Yeah.
People were just pulling it onto the grass.
There's actually, because I forgot, there's like two pools.
Yeah.
In this thing.
And the second.
And they do aerobics.
They do aerobics.
I did aerobics
That is
in the pool.
actually, that's my another topic. Entertainment at the pool.
Yeah. Entertainment overall, I think, is super important.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if it's really bad. That makes it even better.
There is some questionable evening entertainment and the kids love
What was that weird
it.
thing? It was the one man last year. Remember the man?
Was he not pretending he was like Elton John and then suddenly
I thought he was pretending he was all boy bands, but he was playing all the parts.
Oh yeah.
Was he not?
Yeah.
Like 1 minute he was Justin Timberlake, the next minute
Robbie
he was
Williams.
like Robbie Williams,
Yeah.
the next minute. It was quite bizarre.
And it's pure karaoke.
Yeah.
And actually there's probably better karaoke singers than them.
For sure.
And they just move from resort to resort every night.
But here's the real thing.
Yeah.
Children's entertainers should be given an award.
They do
everything.
the Lord's
They do the Lord's work.
and they get paid
Nothing.
shit.
Yeah. I think a lot of them get food and board.
Yeah, so I can tell you.
They
probably get €1,400 roughly a month, and they get food and board, and they work every hour under the fucking
gross.
sun. They're at
kids
club.
pulling out of them.
They're at the pool entertainment. They're at evening show, pre-entertainment. They're after the show entertainment for the disco, and they get 1 day off. I used to see the contracts when I was in London for people going, and I was like, I would rather stick a pin in my eye than do that.
No, I don't know where they get the energy. I don't know how they do it. They are a special breed of people.
Yeah, really, really special breed of people.
I couldn't do it. I remember when we worked on the ships years ago, there used to be a Pinky and a Stinky. Pinky and Stinky were the...
Sorry, what?
Pinky and Stinky, they were the children's entertainers.
Sorry, who?
Yeah.
Pinky and Stinky?
Natasha was Pinky and Rob Murphy was Stinky. Yeah.
What if they listen to this?
What? Well, they did. They were. And they were very good at it. What?
Oh, that's how I
met them.
Okay, Pinky.
That's how I
and
met them.
Stinky.
Friends of ours, Natasha, and Rob isn't a friend of ours, but we know him. They worked as Pinky and Stinky on the ship.
Take yourself out of that hole.
I was like, oh. They were children's entertainers.
Kieran Keaton doing the face painting.
So basically, there's the thing, right? So basically, we were dancers on the ship, right?
God.
And if you travelled on Irish ferries years ago from Wexford, from Rosslare to either Cherbourg or Roscoff, I was probably doing the dancing at the show that evening. So we used to do like a half modern show, half Irish dancing show. So we do like river dance and stuff in the second part of the show. And the first half of the show will be all like, through the musicals or like a trip through the years or, stupid like medleys. And we basically, the dancers only had to do the night show, but there was some weird thing in our contract where we had to do 45 minutes every day of face painting. Or as Kieran Keaton used to call it, pace painting, because he just couldn't say anything correctly. But basically, we had no training. Like, we had no idea what we were doing. We were just basically thrown there, and they were like, basically on my first day, I just watched someone who had been there the previous year do a butterfly on a child's face, and then you learned how to do a Spider-Man. Like, and no one taught you anything. You just looked to the person to your right or left.
The two options were butterfly and
literally,
Spider-Man.
We did the Hulk.
Green
with black eyes. That was it. Oh no, I think was he not Frankenstein, because he also had a
that's Frankenstein.
Thing.
Yeah,
listen, he doubled as the Hulk. That's Frankenstein. So you did it. That was a 2-for-1. Then we also did Spider-Man, and we did butterfly and a princess, which was just drawn on a crown and given them like a coloured flick.
Yeah, blue.
Yeah, a little blue liner.
You'd be very good at that.
I was very good at that part.
Yeah.
But yes, we had to do it for 45 minutes every day. And usually it happened like at onboarding. So like at 3 or 4 o'clock. And the dancers, no joke, were probably still quite hungover at that point.
Reeking a drink. And the parents are dying to get rid of the kids. It was supposed to be a free service, but we were entrepreneurs. So what we did was we put down a tip jar and put a fiver in and made it look like you actually had to pay us for it, but it was actually a free service. So if you paid us for your face painting, just know that we scammed you. Secondly, we had no idea what we were doing. Third, we were really hungover, and like we weren't trained to do that. And like some of us were sensitive to like children with a sunny nose, people would be dry retching. Oh, I'm sorry, Julie Riley.
And then Kieran Keating would be like on another planet. And I remember there was this one child who asked for Spider-Man, and he was this beautiful child with this white hair. Kieran started painting the face, and then he got a bit in the blonde hair. He got a little bit in the blonde hair at the front. So he decided the best form of way to cover this up. He painted the whole child's head. Like, coloured in his whole head red as Spider-Man. Like, literally didn't stop. I was
chaos.
It was pure chaos. And I was like, Kieran, the child is going to go back to its parent, and you have painted his beautiful blonde hair red. I just remember the brush just going further and further back. I was like, Kieran, what are you doing? He was like,
grand babe.
No, he's like this. He was like this. Well, I've gone this far now. Got to keep going. I was like, well, babe. I was like, oh my God.
Chaos.
So yeah, look, there was a few wild moments, but yeah, let's just say we were not made to be children's entertainers. It wasn't our vibe.
What is your favourite snack on a holiday? I think I know what the answer to this is.
Do you?
Yeah.
I don't know that. I know the answer.
Is it not a Milka and some Lays?
That is a good, snack. I was thinking more hot food snack.
Oh, we can do snack.
No. Yes, I do enjoy. Although Milka, I've kind of weirdly gone off because I've had access to it more than not. Because you used to only be able to get it when you're on holidays.
Yeah.
So now because I can get it in the shop now.
Yeah.
So I'm like, a bit over. It's not really that great. I do love chocolate. I love a lay. I love a lay. I had salt and vinegar lays last week, and they were really the sensation. And then chips, like just give me chips anytime with a bit of ketchup.
Oh, like fries.
Yeah, and pizza.
Yeah. So Mark's lunchtime is usually a square of margarita pizza or 2 squares of margarita pizza and chips with loads of ketchup. Yeah.
Stunning. It's children's food. Children's food. You love cheese.
Not abroad.
Oh.
Because it's always the funny cheese. They say it's 4 different types of cheese and it's the same thing, just cut in different shapes. It's not the same. Spanish cheese is not the same.
Baguette. Bread.
Yeah.
All the bread.
With? What do I really love?
Pesto or hummus or tapenade.
Think Spain. What's in Spain?
Sangria.
I do love sangria.
Yeah.
But you were right with the pesto and the
fucking dippy bits.
Yeah. Alioli.
Oh, alioli, sorry. Paul, I can't kiss him for the week.
I would
He
eat it
is
with a spoon.
reeking of garlic.
My favorite thing is to land in Spain, run down to get a fresh, crispy baguette and the tub of the yellow alioli.
And can I just tell you,
It is
Paul
my favorite.
takes garlic into his body and it
Comes out every
oozes
pore.
out of his pores.
Every pore.
Yeah, you're.
I'm an oozer.
But that happens to people. There's some people who smells like that garlic, like stays in their system. Doesn't for me
No.
at all.
But you don't sweat really. You don't,
I don't really
like,
sweat.
yeah,
I sweat from my feet.
from your feet.
Sweaty
You're doing
feet.
Sweaty feet. Do you work out on holidays?
I usually do, but I haven't been working out the past while because I haven't been well.
Yeah.
And I made the conscious decision that I'm not going to work out on this holiday.
Oh.
Because I'm going to relax and I'm going to chill and then I'll come back and I'll work out when I come back. But usually I would work out on a holiday, but I'm not going to this time because I feel like my body is going through something. So I'm just
Gonna roll
leaning
with
in.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you going to work out?
I might work out once or twice.
I'm not going to.
You might want to work out once or twice. It's quite a small gym, so it's not, but it has everything in it. But it's just nice to...
I usually really do love it, but I'm really leaning into this holiday just being
Well, this
chill.
is the first time now that you have had two people working with you.
Yeah. So I actually
So-
am going to take the week off.
Yeah, so you need
I'm not
to
going to
take
work
that.
while I'm away.
But you being you will still probably answer a few emails, but you won't.
I'll just check in every once in a while.
But he'll be poolside.
But I won't have to do
doing
any
it.
calls or anything, which is great.
No, you won't be. Last time we were here, he literally
I
he
worked
worked
for the week.
whole time.
It was terrible, actually. I actually didn't enjoy the holiday at all because basically, long story short, I was trying to recruit someone to start a few weeks before I went on holidays so that I could
Yeah.
take the week off that I went on holidays because I was like, basically, when you work for yourself, you don't really get to take time off. Like I beat that for the 2 days. I worked for the 2 days, but I was still like my first
Yeah.
break for the year. But I hired someone. She was perfect. She's brilliant. And then, of
You're
course,
beautiful. You're a model.
she
Don't
already
leave.
had that week booked off on holidays, of course. So it meant that I had to
Yeah.
work that week. But listen, that's the way of the world.
Are you self-catering or all-inclusive?
It's a weird one. So I'm all inclusive in the sense of drink. I actually sound like an alcoholic on this podcast. Do you know what I mean?
I think...
But the food and all inclusive sometimes, like it always has what I need in it, but sometimes I don't know that I could eat it all day, every day. I still want to go out for my dinner.
So this is my thing with, because everyone is like, all-inclusive, you should do that. No, you shouldn't. All-inclusive is good for... If you're into your breakfast, to
Yeah.
go and get a breakfast, because usually they'll do some sort of fresh egg option, so you can always get something fresh.
Yeah.
It is super for your lunchtime, your sandwiches, your bits of chicken.
By the pool,
By the pool.
picky bits.
Like the place that we're going to does fresh sandwiches, which is the best.
Yeah.
They do
and they
fresh
also
sandwiches.
do like pizza, chips,
pizza, chips,
all the things I need.
all the things. And for the drinks. Like, and then when it comes to evening, out every night. Like it's not, we
So,
don't live and
if
die
your all
by.
inclusive is so expensive that you wouldn't have budget to go out for dinner that evening, then the food would want to be amazing there.
Yeah, you'd want to have 3 or 4 different types of
Yeah.
restaurants on the resort. And
Yeah.
like in Mexico, that's, if we were going, that would be one of my, did you see how I got that in?
So can I also just say, you know, the way last season Paul was just endlessly talking about changing the room around and he got what he wants. This season I'm foreseeing he's just going to talk about Mexico all the time.
Well, now Aer Lingus are going, and I did check business class flights were only €800.
Yeah, that's
each
really
way, wasn't it?
reasonable.
Good.
Yeah, really
I think we should do
reasonable.
that. Anyway, you'd want to make sure that there's multiple restaurants, so it's not always buffet. Can't
Yeah,
do
I
the
agree.
buffet.
I agree. I
Buffet
think
is
buffet's
great for the
fine for
kids.
breakfast, lunch, and for kids. Buffet all the way, but I need to go out and have a nice dinner in like a nice restaurant in the port or whatever.
Like Luke and Lily are great in that they're eaters,
Yeah.
so they love food and they'll always enjoy the restaurant sitting.
Yeah.
They won't have dessert. We'll get up and we'll go and bring them for an ice cream then. But
Sorry, update for you. I had a call with Julie the other day. Somehow it's happened that not only are we bringing the kids for an ice cream every day, but apparently we're buying them they get a toy every day, which I believe is also our obligation. And I believe Julie, basically all the parents are getting a night out, but I've wangled it that we're going with the parents.
oh yeah.
And then Ange and Fred are looking after the kids.
Ah yeah, fair play.
Sorry, Ange and Fred. Oops.
Holiday tat. It's my favourite.
I'm not into the holiday tat.
I love nothing
Paul wants to go to all the
more
souvenir shops, you know, them
than going
shit
into
shops.
those Chinese shops and walking up and down the aisle, looking at Nike, because it's not Nike, it's Nike, and looking at Adidas, because it's not Adidas.
And pornos.
And pornos. There's always the dirty cards and big wooden Mickeys.
Yeah.
Big wooden Mickeys.
It's quite a weird array of things you find in those shops.
Yeah, but when you were younger, you used to get a thrill because you used to run in seeing a willy.
Oh yeah, when I was younger, when I was underage, I bought gay playing cards.
Gay playing cards? I only seen the straights.
Oh no, the gays are there too.
Oh, I have
maybe
to
they
go.
weren't gay. Maybe it was just men.
Maybe it was just men.
Willies.
And braids. Lily loves the braids.
Lily, she's already
Lily will not I can't speak. Lily will not let a person brush her hair. When it comes to getting a braid,
she'd sit there.
She will sit there for hours.
Now, can I tell you the thing that I didn't do last year, and I'm devastated I didn't, which I'm definitely doing this year, and I don't know why, is
Not the horses.
The horses.
Oh my God.
They're so funny.
We need to find a funny sound.
They're
to
like
do
these
to
little
funny
horses, right? And basically, there's small ones and large ones, but they look like a big horse. And basically, you kind of bounce up and down, and it moves forward.
They're basically like, my understanding is a bit like an M. So you sit in the smaller part of the M, and when you sit in it, it's
like a rocking horse
out and in.
It's like a rocking horse, but it moves.
But you're literally bouncing.
You're like bouncing.
Move.
You look like an absolute dope in it. But I just Lily was so excited by it, and I'm so sad we didn't do it last year. So we're going to do it this year.
Yeah, we do that.
Yeah.
And to finish up, is there anything you have learned about me on a holiday?
Is there anything I've learned about you on a holiday? Yes. Paul is a completely different person on holidays.
Oh, why?
In the sense that you usually, when we are here, you can't sit still, cleaning the house. Paul will sleep for the week. You will literally lie by the pool. You will chill. You'll have a few drinks. You are so you are not under pressure to do anything. You are just so super chill on holiday. You genuinely hit a holiday button and you fully turn off. And something I'm actually quite jealous of.
Yeah, yeah.
What about me? You're not great in holiday.
No, you are good in holiday, but you just are the same person. I don't think you really change. I definitely have that
off.
I am off. My sunglasses are on. My earpods are in. Go away.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's also because I don't get that itch to tidy.
Yeah.
Now I will tidy the little apartment that we have.
Yeah, but it doesn't really get.
No, it takes 2 seconds.
We're quite tidy on a holiday. I think the pair of us.
Yeah. You do get some more alone time. You like a little bit of alone time. You'll have a wander.
Yeah, I'll go for a walk and just chill. Yeah. I think that's important as well.
Yeah.
I'm not really good. I do need solo moments to recharge.
Yeah. I'm all for it.
And also, especially on a family holiday, especially when there's all of the kids. I mean, we'll have the pleasure of playing with kids, having a great time, and then we'll be like, bye, we're going for a drink.
And we have the nice thing of we might go for dinner and then come back and watch them do the evening entertainment.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. And we have all inclusive this time. Last time we didn't, and we were trying to do both things. But anyway,
no, we did have all inclusive.
We had
other
all
people
inclusive.
didn't,
Other people
and we were
didn't,
trying
and we were trying to
drinks.
get them drinks, and then we got caught out.
Oopsie. Ooh, I'm going to sneeze.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Any other final thoughts?
Final thoughts are I just want more family holidays. I want more of them.
Yeah, I'd like to get my mum involved.
Yeah, I love that.
Don't know when we're going to do that, but
yeah, I love that. But yeah, I would love more family holidays just to spend more time with the kids when they're at this young age. And also I love, for me, a family holiday, I adore our holidays together. But I think if I had 4 holidays of just us,
100%.
it would be boring, right?
100%.
I love that there's so many people on this holiday that I can go for a drink with my sister. I can go for a drink with my other sister.
Yeah.
I can go for a drink with my dad. I can go and have wine with my mom.
Yeah.
All different people.
And we have Rebecca.
And Rebecca. We have a guest. Guest on this holiday. One of my best pals.
She might never leave us now. She might come with us all the time.
Yeah. I think she is going to get really drunk. And she's actually staying with some of the kids, which will be very interesting. Rebecca
she deals very well with hangovers. Rebecca is 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm awake.
Paul, you have not seen the full hangover.
No,
she's very good in the morning. Okay. She's a bit like you, and then it goes downhill.
Okay.
So we will report back after the holiday on how Rebecca survived, how we all survived, and how the holiday was. But yes, that's our hot take on a family holiday.
Yeah, and we'll see you next week for more fun.
Yeah,
we have Sophie Murray.
Yes, we have Sophie Murray next week. We're super excited. We're going to be talking to her about her life, her
She's got lots going on.
Delulu ambitions for a house and a wedding, and also her all-star cast of beauty. What are the must-haves for the lovely Sophie when it comes to beauty? So yes, we're going to see you guys next week.
Bye.
See you guys.